No matter how long you've been playing this game, you probably have come across this symbol before. But did you know the meaning behind this symbol? If you have an extra good eye, you would see that this symbol appears in 3 different maps, all of which emphasize something very important. These maps canonically belong to a company known as Elysium Corporation. And that is where the well-hidden lore of Evade lies. Currently, a heavy majority of the canon lore is in the format of a corporate document you can find in the Evade Discord server. Luckily, it can also be found right here in this video. So without further yapping, let's start with the origins of Elysium. In this first piece of the document, it states, originally a corporation with its origins in the pharmaceutical industry, following near bankruptcy into the field of teleportation services and a merger with Atomic Industries, Elysium would secure government contracts, avoiding financial ruin with a blank check. Due to hands-off oversight by the government, who were more concerned with results, Elysium participated in shady business practices to maintain their contract, such as predatory offering of internships and trials to those in financial straits in order to secure a steady manpower base. As a result of revolutionary research breakthroughs and stability due to their contracts, Elysium ended up being able to utilize interdimensional travel, which only allotted them more checks and grants to further map and stabilize these areas. Very quickly, let's simplify a few things. At first, Elysium was a pharmaceutical company before nearly going bankrupt. Luckily, they managed to switch to a new industry, teleportation, before merging with another company that most likely did the same thing. The government was pleased with this as it opened doors for major breakthroughs in research. Because of this, the government invested in Elysium using what is known as a blank check, which is kind of like an infinite budget. With this money, Elysium did shady corporate stuff, but the government didn't care, as long as they were producing results. After major breakthroughs, Elysium discovered and utilized interdimensional travel, leading the company to where it is today. Next is an overview of Elysium's corporate structure. Just like many real-life companies, Elysium has a CEO, a board, a chairman, advisors, and other higher-ups. This portion of the corporate structure is described like this. Board of Directors, a government-appointed board that holds token authority over Elysium's CEO. They mainly just send back reports of Elysium's progress and current projects. Chairman, the main executive authority within the company, handling all company-wide decisions and policies. Company chiefs work with the chairman to advise and enact company-wide, international, and nationwide policies. Usually, the chiefs focus on their respective wing of company affairs, such as the chief financial officer being responsible for accounting, money handling, investment, etc. Advising board, another on-paper powerful conciliatory body of Elysium. In reality, they serve to only give their expert advice and opinions to the chairman and the chiefs, while not being bestowed with enough authority to hold the department directorate fully accountable. Department directorate, the Pathfinder director and Interloper director, as well as all their personal staff, make up Elysium's directorate, which coordinates all company operations into dimensional research and travel. In my opinion, this next part is the coolest. It goes over Elysium Corporation's 3 main departments. We will read them over from highest to lowest rankings. Pathfinder Division, the guides and travelers of interdimensional travel, mapping out the unmappable. Pathfinder Director, head of all navigation efforts within Elysium through the Pathfinder Division. Overseers, coordinate large-scale projects and oversee the progress and movements of others in the Pathfinder Division. Senior Pathfinders, seers that have traveled for a decent stretch of time with Elysium, usually instructing and leading others beneath them. Pathfinders, proper employees that have gotten used to the lack of pattern and logic of interdimensional travel. Junior Pathfinders, greenhorns taken under the wing of more experienced peers, started on the path of being able to navigate through different dimensions. Trialies, people, unfortunate enough to not know the full scale of what their involvement entailed, are subject to engage in tests proctored by Elysium. Developers, the brains of the company that makes sense of nonsense and the mind-numbing methodology behind interdimensional travel. Research Commissioner, head of all research efforts within Elysium through the developers. Research Supervisor, corroborate and direct research efforts, afterwards sending reports up the chain to coordinators and chairs to review and send to the Research Commissioner. Senior Researcher, high-level, well-educated, experienced researchers that are considered experts within the company itself, usually teaching seminars for other researchers within the department and even other departments due to their expertise. Researcher, a general researcher that has earned their way into the company and proved their value to Elysium with the might of their mind and the thoroughness of their work. Junior Researcher, a fresh graduate or an intern who's proved themselves. These researchers are let on board and looked at scrutinizingly by other researchers to see how they'll perform. They often work as assistants to higher-rung researchers. Intern, someone trying to get their foot in the door to participate in the safest and probably cushiest department within Elysium that offers fulfilling work. You may have already heard of this next department, because they were actually featured in Evade's from the Interloper campaign during this part of the vid. Interlopers, the strong arm of Elysium that safeguards developers and pathfinders. Interloper Director, head of all security actions and direct action within Elysium through the Interlopers. Security managers, due to the necessity of top-down management on the local level, particularly leadership-minded interlopers end up becoming managers within the department. Senior agents, experienced interlopers usually end up becoming squad leaders responsible for leading other interlopers on small unit operations and coordination. Interloper agents, fully fledged interlopers that are competent within their unique role in guarding interdimensional spaces as well as pathfinders. Junior agents, rookies that have garnered some experience enough to pass the probationary period of their employment. Cadet interlopers, fledgling guards who are still learning the ropes of both interdimensional security and transportation, as well as the nature of their role within Elysium. This document even provides us with examples of people from these departments. This one in particular is a character very few know about, but appears to have a lot of importance. The document reads, full legal name, redacted, aliases, Dr. Rose, Department of Research and Development, Occupation, Research Commissioner, Overview. Dr. Rose is a researcher working under Elysium with expertise in software engineering, mechanical engineering, and dimensional physics. Her projects, primarily centered on interdimensional devices, have established her a reputation. In addition to developing software for Elysium, Rose also handles research and development into interdimensional devices, as well as facilitating their construction. She also conducts cross-tests with anomalies, cataloging and researching the results of these tests, even if some are to solely witness their behavior. This person, however, every one of us knows about, whether you just signed your contract, started playing Evade, or you could practically call yourself a senior pathfinder by this point. Name of personnel, JARD, Department of Pathfinding, Occupation. Senior Pathfinder, Overview. Formerly a college student graduate with a pointless degree, riddled with student loan debt, the offers for trialing by Elysium were incredibly alluring. Despite initial conceptions of possible injury or harm coming to JARD during his trials at the behest of the Elysium Corporation, he not only excelled, but thrived in an interdimensional environment, being scouted and recruited as an official department employee of the Pathfinder Division. He is regarded as a reliable asset of both the Pathfinder Division for his intuitive navigation methods, as well as by the developers for his discovery of valuable data to forward to them on top of the recovery of exotic materials. Well, that's everything, or at least what has been written. And yes, there will be more lore released, but we don't know about what and around when. But until then, the theories we can make are limitless. There are so many questions to ask, so many ideas to share. So, if you have questions or theories about the hidden lore of Evade, you have come to the perfect place. Bye, fellow Pathfinders.